inside, can't explain. It's a certain kind, can't explain. I feel hot and cold, can't explain. Well, you're down in my soul, yeah, I can't explain. I said I can't explain now. I'm feeling good now, yeah, but I can't explain. Dizzy in the head and I'm feeling blue. The things you said, and well, maybe they're true. Let's get funny dreams again and again, and I know what it means, but I can't explain. I think it's love. Oh, try to say it to you when I feel blue, but I can't explain. Oh, I need a bit more of the Who in my life. Dizzy in the head, and I feel bad. Anyway, I'm still here and I still feel bad. So, where are we? Let's just do this quickly. I'm feeling good now, yeah. Bit of the Who. Let me just. Right, I'm just going to do something with. Let me have a look. Right, there we go. We're subscribers only. Yes. Oh, hello, Debbie Loves Cars. Hello, darling. I'm sorry I'm a bit late. Yeah, my batteries are running a bit. I need to change them for the second time in about 2 months for some reason. They're running slow, so I thought it was like 9:20, and it actually wasn't. It was 9:30. Hello, Sarah, darling. Where's Noli? Debbie Loves Crafts and Noli. We're all here. We're all here. Where are we? Oh, I'm in Sussex still. It's supposed to be 36 degrees today, but at the moment it's sunny and breezy. A nice cooling breeze, actually. A very nice cooling breeze, ladies and gentlemen, which makes a change. So, what's going on politically? Well, they're still going on, aren't they, them lot? It's still reform, this, that, and the bloody other, and you've got Anne Whittaker's business. Apparently, it was all linked up to something that happened. Good morning, Gertie. Good morning, hippity hippity hop. You've hippity hopped over. Yeah, so the guy that's on the charges for the assassination of Anne Whittaker appears to have been somewhat of a demon and involved in some sort of far right conspiracy. Far left. Why do I say right? Left, 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 like the little German buggers in the 30s and 40s. Yes, antisocial socialists want to change the world because they know best. There's nothing more demented than people that consider they know best for other people. You've only got to look at the lockdown for that. Good morning, Rosie. Oh, I haven't seen you here for a while, darling. How lovely. Welcome. Good morning, Alice. Good morning. Good morning, Lord Jim. You got a wrench, haven't you? Because Noli's not turned up. I know what she's doing. She's hurdling. I think she's doing a pentathlon or something. Is that where you have to ride the bike, swim, and run? She's doing that. You can't stop her. You can't stop her. She doesn't care. And she goes out basically in the all together. She wears them little skimpy shorts. Yes, she doesn't. She wants everybody to look at her. Come on, no, down the hurdles and get over to Gertie Rood Studios. She's supposed to be here. Yes, she's running. Apparently she's running across all Australia. She's in the outback. She's out running. No, no, she's the Iron Man. Exactly, Ravy. Good morning, sweetheart. I hope you're okay, babe. Yeah, she's Iron Manning it. She's out running the kangaroos in the outback. I think they're chasing her. Or she might be chasing them. No, they'd probably be running away, wouldn't they? They'd probably think, who's this mad old boot coming? Not that she's a mad old boot, but you know what I mean. Come on, Noli. Put down the hurdles. I bet she does the discus. Do you think she does the javelin? I reckon she does javelin. Yes! Somebody said they wanted to visit her and they wanted first dibs on her. Hello. Oh, you just got back. I've been telling them. You've been hurdling, haven't you, darling, with your little skimpies on? Yes, and you got all your bambies out, haven't you? Yes, you have, flashing. I bet all the cars were going by, bipping their horns at you, weren't they, darling? Can you switch it up? I've got it on full, babe. Is it your end, Jim, again? I think it might be your end. I'm on 200% volume, which is maximum. I would like to shortchange you a lot. I really wouldn't. Obviously, you need maximum Gertius Rudius. So, yeah, you got that horrible little socialist plot thing that he's in. He's in a conspiracy. Something and nothing. Well, it isn't nothing because we've got a deceased Anne Whittaker. So it shows you how these people are absolutely bloody demented. And it seems like he's in some way connected to Nigel Blancmange having a a sort of de rigueur incident at his house last year that everybody poo-pooed. Let me just have some coffee. Black espresso coming up. Oh yeah, I can explain. Right, so that's happening. We don't know what's happening. Can you like and subscribe? Like and subscribe to the Gertiest Rudiest channel, because I'm getting more subs, but then every day they take them off. It's still that bot thing that's on my account. But yeah, it is what it is, isn't it? So where are we with Charlie? Well, we've been treated to Charlie, haven't we? Yes, Charlie. He could do with some bloody Charlie. Cheer him up. What's he been doing? Oh, he's been walking and breathing and talking at the same time. So I think somebody should write to the king, because I think he might deserve another medal. He needs another medal to stick on his, what's it? It's Max Headroom. Oh no, it's Kenny Everett's character, isn't it? I know you do need to do that, darling, but yours is cute. Yours is so super cute. We never get fed up of seeing pictures, but I know you can't at the moment, babe. We need to see your little Charlie in all his finery and glory. He should have his own TikTok or his own YouTube Shorts channel, shouldn't he? All done up. Many people do with their dogs. Honest to God, you make a bloody fortune, darling. Actually, no, scrub that. Don't get into that. So where are right? Well, yeah. So Charlie, he didn't. Oh, what surprise! Go to Northern Ireland, and he didn't seem to have any qualms whatsoever about letting his poor old mum down. It's like, oh no, it's the lights on the cars that they just made me triggered me, and I thought I was having a panic attack. He thought he was having a panic attack when he got past bloody, I don't know, Suffolk. Probably. He's like, oh my God, where am I? Yes, he is gorgeous. He's so gorgeous. Yes, he is. Not Charlie, that Charlie, the doggy Charlie. Um, so yeah, well, Nola, you've been out running again, haven't you? And I've told you not to do that because you are going to pull something sooner or later. It might be a truck driver, or it could be one of your muscles in your calf. Did you see the latest Reggie Perrin? Yes, well, I said Reggie Perrin. There was Jaws when I know, I know. I was reading the comments as well. They were unintentionally hilarious. Oh, we're so worried about you. I was like, well, I'm not. At least when he's swimming at sea, he's not ringing up the police and putting in false child abuse reports, harassing young children. Is he? Eh? Bloody prick. So yeah, I don't know what is he doing? His dad bod. And then he did a meme of himself. Look at I don't know where he got that from. Didn't he? The bod was totally different. And even though it was AI and it was on him, it was still like vomit inducing, wasn't it? Like, no, please, can you just literally I would have paid him. I would have paid him a super chat to put a top on. Actually, a suit of armour. Either. Anything but that, please. My eyes, my eyes. I had to take them out and scrub them. Yes, in ammonia. So talking about ammonia, yeah, it's still ammonia. It's plodding around in Suffolk. Everything's like, woe is me. I was in the pub and I got strangled, or somebody. I don't know what happened. Nobody cares, right? And he was a victim. He was just stood at the bar, like Charlie does, because we've all seen him in his front room when he's pissed, haven't we? And he is kind of like he's what would you call it? Reclusive, isn't he? He's very shy when he has a drink. Yes, he kind of goes introverted, doesn't he? I mean, you can't get a word out of Charlie, can you? When he's had a couple of drinks, you give him a shot of shandy, and he's just stunning. He just clams up. So that's what we're being treated to. He was in the bar, and he'd had a pint of Guinness, or somebody doesn't give a shit about. It wasn't. It was a cup of shandy. Stood at the bar, minding his own. Somebody started on him. Well, that didn't happen. That didn't happen, Charlie. That did it. What happened was he was in the bar being Johnny Big Balls, right? 5'4". Listen to my song, Gertie. I will. Oh, is it on your page? Yeah, I'll go and listen to it afterwards, sweet. Oh, thanks for the heads up, babe. So, where was I? Yeah, he was at the bar. He was giving it all the gob, but he giving it all the lemon because he'd had a mouthful of bloody alcohol. Probably 0.04% or something. Somebody took exception to him, and one thing led to another, and they had a fracas. At which point, we're told Charlie then had to walk home. He had to walk home, and he didn't realise. He didn't realise that he didn't have his door keys, so he had to sleep in the shed overnight, which I would have thought did align him immediately with every one of his subs because, like, just like them, he woke up in the morning and found he pissed himself, didn't he? That is what happened, and he did have his key. So that is code for landlady. Hello, Sheena, darling. The landlady sequestrated for the general public's wealth and health. Yeah, Johnny Big Bollocks is what do you call it, car keys, because he shouldn't have been driving. And on the car keys was his bloody flat keys, so he had to sleep in the shed. Yeah, I know. Yeah, like I said, he would have woke up and pissed himself. Do you get me? Stumbling around in the dark, bloody melon. Anyway, so it wasn't his fault. It's everybody else's fault. Poor Charlie. Oh my God. Oh, he's such a victim. Hello, Sarah, darling. Have I said hello to you? I said, I don't know. You've been here before, haven't you? You were here earlier. Were you here earlier? Have you just arrived? Are you like Lady C's where you've arrived? Yeah, now that's another thing. Have you seen Lady C's? This is going on. It's going on. It's going down. Somebody's going down. And I don't think it's a megalite for a change. Poor hapless Harry. You know. Yeah, well, they've conjured up this thing now. What they've done, I think, this is my take on it. They've made out something's happened, their PR company. I have lost 3 hours of my life watching Victoria Lower House debate, getting rid of a group of preferences voting. Oh, yeah, Victoria. Oh, dear. Have you still got Dan Andrews? Got rid of him, didn't you? Nasty little spiteful Marxist. Yes, she was a wrong one. I did a few stand-ups about him because he annoyed me. I haven't mentioned her yet, Babs, so don't start giving it all that. I haven't. I'm going to, but I haven't. So where was I? What was I banging on about? Some load of old waffle. Yeah, Lady C. So, right, listen, shh, don't say I've said. Stop doing that. I know she gives you hives. Babs, I haven't said the word yet. Start scratching when I say the word because it sets her out in hives. Dan Andrews, yeah. He's probably like a Marxist grandee now, isn't he? So he's in charge now because he pulled off the really successful lockdown. Rosie. Oh yeah, I've said hello, Rosie, haven't I? So yeah, well, what they've done is they've put out some stuff in the zeitgeist. It's a common sort of industrial espionage type of, I don't know, thing. What is it? Management control, narrative manual, reputation control bullshit. Yeah, PR. Call it what you want. So they put out into the zeitgeist, into the public domain, like a shit story that's absolutely not true. Let's hope they can unequivocally prove it's not true, because at the moment it's all up in the air. So they put out a story into there, and they got some Democrat people to contact Lady C and tell Lady C, oh, we've got the inside information on this. We know that Barry's having an affair, and she's, by Lady C's constant allusions to philosophy, you can only take away from it that the fact that whoever he's having an affair with has probably got a doctorate in philosophy or something or other, or she is a philosopher or something about philosophy, because Lady C just keeps banging on and on and on about, was it Nietzsche and Schopenhauer and, you know, Kafka, and I don't know, she just doesn't stop. So that's what I took away from it. And then, of course, now, about 10 days later, they've issued complaints that Lady C is putting rude stuff about them that's completely untrue into the mainstream news and on her channel. And they're sort of in talks, air quotes, how they're going to manage the situation. Well, we know they've just been rinsed, haven't they, at the High Court? So have they got the dosh to take Lady C? Have they? I had the red flag when Lady C originally said she's got it from very good authority, as impeccable sources, absolutely impeccable sources. Yes, these are people. They're not just people, they're people, and they're high up in the Democratic Party. Well, that was my red flag, and alarm bells went off all at once. It was like a fire engine coming at me. Right, Democrat, yeah, no, I wouldn't, but no one cares if he is. Secondly, I mean, when the public at large does ruminate on it, cogitate a while, and sort of mull it over, I think you'll find basically that no one cares. That still nobody cares. No one cares. No one cares who he's with. You know, no one cares that he's with her. They deserve each other. No one gives a shit. Okay. Is it true? Let me think. Don't care. So, but the thing is, Lady C's repeated it on our channel, and apparently, listen to this, because I have wondered about this over the years. Apparently, they've been pissed with Lady C for quite a few years. Well, say they, the Mark clip. Yes, she's got the knives out for Lady C, so we'll have to see where that goes, won't we? Hey, that's going to be fun, isn't it? I don't think they'll be able to afford to take her to court, will they? But you see, the Mark clip is so, isn't she? She will. She'll chance everything for a, risk it for a biscuit with older or a pot of bloody sloppy old jam in the Marklet's case. That's what she'll probably do. She'll probably sell all those £500,000 jam things that she's got for about £20 odd a thing, and then use it to take Lady C to court. Who's she going to sell it to? Wonder who'd buy it? Because haven't they got a shelf life? That's the very thing. You can't call them jam because they ain't got pectin. They're not preservatives or preservations, whatever the word is. Yes, because the jam is preserved, darlings, whereas sloppy syrup ain't. It's got a shelf life. Apparently, it's cluttering up a warehouse somewhere. So there you go. I mean, are they going to sell off their house and go and live in the warehouse with the jam? Are you watching the eclipse? No, darling. Do I look like somebody that stands around looking at eclipses, darling? No. I have done a few times in my life because obviously I've had children. You have to go, ooh, oh, ooh. And then usually when that has happened, at that specific moment, in that specific time, yeah, it's all cloudy and you can't see shit anyway. So I gave up years ago. I mean, now I haven't got, I mean, my little one's not bothered. Anyway, he's got a, what do you call it? Microscope thing, astrologer thing. Then you can look at the stars and he's still not bothered. Nobody's bothered. Yeah, I mean, don't care. Did they have one in the year 2000 and they had like an eclipse festival going on about it? And that was a shit show because they really commercialised it and made or tried to make a load of money out of it. But as I say, cometh the day, cometh the hour, it was all overcast. And people paid a lot of money. As I say, it was a corporate event. So it wasn't as much fun as you would have imagined it could have possibly been. Had it just been organic and a pop-up event, it would have probably been a whole load of fun. Oh, I hope so. It's about 6 p.m. What, in the evening? Oh, is it daylight? Because I thought it was night. Because there's nothing. Listen, have you seen me? I need my beauty sleep. Have you seen the Debacle's Dominion saying I'm a big fat pig? I am a big fat pig. Yes, I am. She's going to clip this, but you see, that's just let her fucking do it. Oh, because, well, yeah, 1999. Oh, it's 1999. You saw it in Pair and Borth, darling. Oh, you're flashing your continental connections now, aren't you? Yes. You went to Cornwall. Isn't that it's a different world, darling, isn't it? Well, it used to be. It's not now. It's run down like every other bloody place after so many years of shitty bloody governments we've had. We've got the travellers still coming in. You saw the one in 1990, but you was at the beach. Oh, wavy. I was in my back garden, but I didn't see anything. It was all overcast. It was just boring. And then we go, oh, you had to look at it through special glasses, didn't you? In case it bored out your corneas or whatever, some bullshit that no one cared about or believed. I kept trying to get my kids, and they were of an age of them. They were like, yeah. Anyway, so that was pretty boring. I did one. We had one. Oh my God, when was it? Must have been 2013, 2014. We went to Bexhill, and there was like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people there on the beach looking for this. It was like October. It was like drizzly. It was overcast and grey. You couldn't tell whether it had eclipsed or not eclipsed. No one cared. I was freezing my nads off and just wanted to go home. And my old man's there with my grandson, and they're like, "Oh no, look at the eclipse." My G was like a top. So yeah, my old man was off his head. He was completely gone on it. He was. Oh, it's eclipse, eclipse. I'm like, fuck the eclipse. I want a cup of tea. Oh yeah, because that was the other thing. It was the crack of dawn. That's the other thing I forgot. Yeah, it was the crack of bloody dawn. I mean, what a cheek, eh? Trying to get me up to look at eclipse. So Charlie didn't go. I told you he wouldn't go shit. He wouldn't go nowhere. He's full of hot air. And I think he's just trying to make content for September. So come next month here, get a good payout for all the bullshit. Because otherwise they're lost for content. There's only so many times you can repeat the Sky News, B&Q and beers while watching. Oh, I thought you meant B&Q the shop. Barbecue and beers. Yeah, that makes sense, darling, doesn't it? Yeah. Excuse, Gertie. Yeah, I thought, what are you having beers and B&Qs? Well, then let it all hang out. There's an eclipse. Come and have a beer at B&Qs. Just B&Q it. As in the eclipse, you're in the light, following the darkness, darlings. I'm following the darkness. Right, so, oh yeah, I heard someone sent me the clip of Melty giving me a shout out yesterday. It was very, very nice of her. Bless her little heart. I wasn't really sent mad by these people. I'm more than used to people like these people. I've been surrounded by them all my life, but in real life rather than cyberly. Cyberly's took me a while, but as I said before, I've got a steep learning trajectory, darling, and I'm kind of up there. I've made a lot of schoolgirl errors along the way, but you can't like make a cake without breaking eggs, sweetheart, can you? So yeah, I've got there. I think the thing that was the constant attack on my child, which is obviously the thing that is the wrong thing. So moving the obviously nobody can bear that burden without reacting. So what I was accused of, just for context, put it out there, right? What I was accused of was bullshit, and I'd never done it. I'd never done it. I was far more interested in cult FIEF arena when that happened that I was accused of. It wasn't me. I don't know who it was, but it weren't me. You know that, Ravy, as well, don't you, babes? You know that. So that's why we fell out, because she accused me of something that just wasn't true. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's gone. It's gone. It's history. So is she feeling a bit better? I feel she is. I didn't see it, but I think there's something about a tornado. She seemed to have lots of rain, so I just clicked off because I thought, you're a bitch. Stop getting on the YouTube and showing us your rain credentials, eh? Stop. Just giving it all the big I am. Oh, look at me. We've got rain. We ain't had rain since bloody March in Britain. I'll tell you what, everywhere it's like the Serengeti. It is. All the trees look bedraggled and the leaves, because they usually have got the roots low enough to be able to draw up some water. They've given up the ghost. They've given up the will to live. Honest to God, my back garden, you want to see it. And if you tread on it, you just get a load of dust. It's like a field that's just been harvested, you know what I mean? Everywhere. So, yeah, no, I don't know what's happening there. But anyway, she seems to be a bit more centered. Back to the situation that kicked all that off. I need to point out to people, you were so jealous of the rain. Yes, I know you have. We have down here. We have where I'm taking my grandson next week or the week after, or in the near future. Yeah, around the New Forest area, they had to run out of their cars on the motorway. Oh, I think it was a dual carriageway. He sits alone at the bar, facing the door, of course, first line. Yeah, just a prick. I'm sorry, I just can't. Oh, hello, Hillary, darling. Good morning. Good morrow to you. Good morrow, Hillary. Yeah, so going back to the situation that originally upset the great up and coming YouTube internet sensation, the meltdown. Yeah. Um, it was all to do with the comment thread, wasn't it? Something to do with the comment thread. Well, I've been cogitating, ruminating, and regurgitating, I might add, on this, masticating wildly. And the thing that occurred to me is, when you are watching, I don't know about any other platforms. I think on TikTok it's pretty similar, but I can't comment on Rumble. So, and even if I could, I wouldn't. Okay. But on YouTube, if you're in a comment thread, yeah, and the people in the comments are leaving threats, derogatory terms, blah blah blah, you can report the comments as when they happen. You just tap on the username to the right, and it will come up report. You can report the comment, and YouTube, the other end, will then adjudicate the comment. And if the comment thread is poisonous, is derogatory, cyberbullying, targeted harassment, unnecessarily being just cruel or threatening, hesitate to say threatening, or threats like, I'm going to report her, I'm going to report her to the police, I'm going to do this, X, Y, and Z. That is all threats, okay? Using, like they do, other people's channels, in this case, the eponymous Eric, who we all know, right? He's a man, yeah, he's not watching the chat. I haven't said her name yet, babe. Don't overreact. Babs is over egging her apart because she knows she's a star. Of course you're a superstar, darling. So he's not watching the chat. He's too busy talking to his little male friends that come on. Don't ask me who they are, just geezers. They're all sort of having a little bitch to one another or chewing the fat or whatever they're doing, yeah? He's not watching the friends, so he isn't. You think, oh, David's always threatening me then. Yeah, always report it. If there's any threatening comments, you can report. And of course, then that will get a community violation on the channel, or it will get well, it depends. Sometimes they just pull the plug on the live. It depends how bad it is. But you report the individual comments, all of you, each of you. So they have to be threatening. They have to be, oh, I'm going to call the police. I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. You're going to do, do you know what I mean? Or just generally being derogatory. And you can see a course of conduct where they're all ganging up on one person and being derogatory about that person. Again, just report the comment because he hasn't got a clue what's going on. And I think it's the only way he's going to learn because he'll get an email going, have you looked at your comments? Do you know what I mean? And at the moment, he's just got no idea what he's tangling with. He's really got him with the demigorgons, hasn't he? Dense demigorgons, yes, as well. Not even as interesting or as fun as the one in Stranger Things. Just boring. Just a load of old boots, aren't they? So where are we? Right, that's it. Didn't I flag it up? Do we think that the FIEF Arena wants from now on to be known as Fifi Snotty? I think she does. I think she does. I think she's up there with the Gotte family. Whoever that is, somebody, right? Isn't that Al Capone or somebody? Is it? I mean, don't quote me on it. Oh yeah, they're mafia, weren't they? John Gotti. Oh yeah. Is she? She's obviously something to do with the family. Then Angel, is she? Because she seems to be like a bit of a pin-up. She seems to be somebody that all the men kind of respect. They sometimes have a dig at her, but they basically seem to respect her. Now, listen, don't quote me on it because I only do a little skim. I can't. My brain atrophies. What? I don't know what she's doing now. Yeah, no, my brain atrophies. I can't with these people. So I've only skimmed over it, and then I've asked around a bit. What's the crack with this? What's the crack? What's the dynamic? Well, the dynamic is basically that. Right. Okay. So John was he the mafiosa chap? Is it the same guy that used to be in the papers? I mean, I don't know when. So yeah, he was recognised as, was he a mafia godfather or a mafia hitman or something? Nobody knows. Well, least of all me. I don't know. Was he the treasurer, the money man? It's hard to say. But I tell you what he was. Oh, it is the same guy, John Gotti. Right, so the mafia. Okay. Now, the first rule of the mafia, Fifi, you listening, you old trout, and Dents, and the load of you, right? Oh, I want to be in with Angel Gotti. That's me. I'm going to be in with the mob tube. I'm going to be in with Angel Gotti. Me and her, we're going to be BFFs. Yeah, piss off, Dents. I'm in with Angel now. Oh, Angel's Delight. Yes, I'm in with Angel Gotti Snotty, whatever. Right? Yeah? Omerta. Love. Omerta. If you're anything to do with the mafia. So what that means basically in Italian or Latin or whatever the bloody word is, it Sicilian? No one cares, right? It basically means shut your mouth. Mouth shut. Closed mouth. You don't speak. Shut up. That would be great. So if you do want to inveigle yourself into the great famous family of the Gottis, maybe first rule of thumb would be to practice some of the tenets of what they believe in FIEF Arena. Yeah? And then and only then we're going to start referring to you as FIEF Arena Snotty. Yes, we are FIEF Arena. Even I don't know. You don't mess with the Gottis, exactly. I think there's an H in that, sweetheart. Yes. Anyway, she's going to be BFFs with them. She's going to ditch Dents ditch. Either. It works both ways, doesn't it? But that's what she's going to do because Dents shouldn't be on here anyway. She's got a lifetime ban. She doesn't care. She's literally just shows you her crim credentials. Very interested in her stepson. That's an evolving story, obviously. Much to come, darlings. Obviously nothing to do with moi, but very interested. Very interested because my insight is yes. From what I found out from other people, yes. You see? You get a horse's head in the bed then. Oh, you calling her a horse now? Well, you calling Fifarina a horse? Okay, okay. I just said trout. Do you know what I mean? Bit of an old trout. But she's going to be in with Angel Snotty. That's me. And I'm going to get a hit put out on Alex. I am. I'm in with Angel Snotty. Can I lick you out? Right. So, oh, hi, Agnes, sweetheart. So, hang on a minute. I'm just looking at something, but I'm not looking at it at the same time. Anyway, it is what it is. Now, heading towards the memes, we're going to talk a little bit about memes, darling. Memes are being cracked down on across all social media platforms. It's something to do with the AI thing, and they're saying that they're cracking down on people that are just solely um, posting memes, AI memes of any description, cartoon descriptions or depictations, whatever. Right, they're cracking down across all thingy. So again, if you're affected by me, whether it looks like you or not, doesn't matter. If you feel like you feels hurt, yeah, because there's 80 odd million YouTube channels across the globe. It's going to take YouTube a while to get round to them. So this is what they've been hitting. Uh, Hi, yeah, hi, darling. She knew, yeah. So you need to again be aware. I'm imparting knowledge to you, troops. Yes, I'm imparting verbal and visual and cerebral tools for your delectation, if and so you so wish to need them. Hello, Pixel VR Penguin. That sounds very interesting. Um, so again, going back on the chat, don't forget the chat. I'm never awake and I never go in people's chats. I just haven't got the brain power and just can't. I'm usually exhausted. And like I keep saying, they inhabit the witching hour. And usually by sort of 7, 8 o'clock, I'm nobody's business. Do you get me? I need to splurge. And so I don't, and obviously you don't see the chat after. It's when it's going, you need to click on report. Okay, that would be a good way of stopping them bullying people going in the chat. Because I don't even think it was just Melty that was getting bullied. I think there was quite a lot of people unnecessarily getting bullied in a way that if dear old Derek actually could put his pipe down for a minute, do you get me, Capiche? Sober himself up, think outside the box, do a bit of blue sky thinking, look for himself, yeah, he would find out who the protagonists are. And they're like every one of them that go anywhere and everywhere. They just cause trouble everywhere they go. They're not a force for good, they're a force for bad, every last one of them. And they're only there for their own agenda. And of course, people that are mods are supposed to be there to back up the creator, not to make it about themselves. It's not about them. It's not about who they like or who they don't like, right? Or who they agree with and who they don't agree with. It's all sorts of people that are coming in, whether you like them or not, to listen to the creator on whose channel you are performing as a moderator. I think I finished on that one. So, what do we think about the FIFA arena? Do we think she's going to be up there? Yeah, of course, it's all about me. Well, it is with her, isn't it? So we think she's going to be a gangster. She's going to be a G. Yes, you know, a big G. She's a big summit. So I reckon as well. If people, say if you went to Gibraltar for a couple of weeks, it's no good if you're going for like a week or a long weekend or whatever. If you were over there, say a couple of weeks, even a month would be hell. But a couple of weeks, 10 days, I reckon if you asked around in the sort of British enclaves, you would get a whole different story. You would get the goods because I was driven to believe to think about it. That wasn't one of them actually convicted of harassing like another a firm or something. They work for one business, and that old bitch caused a lot of trouble with another business, and then buoyed it off. And I think the eponymous late great got blamed for it, and took to court. She's just a troublemaker. Everywhere she goes, she causes trouble. She's a manipulating sociopath. No, sod it, psychopath. It's Tuesday. Let's go with psychopath. Now, Smug Thug made it very clear he didn't want Mexit in his chat unless they were donating cash. It's very clear, apparently. Views and likes and shit. Right, okay, so that could be used. That is a thing as well. But I mean, he's got all these people that are supposed to be, mind you, she's now a fugitive. She's now a fugitive. I'm going to tag him into my live, and I'm going to tag Angel Gotti as well. That's the moving forward. I will be. Gin and Skins has gone, and I will be performing Tea and Twattery. She's back. Yeah, Tea and Twattery is going to come back, and we're all going to grab a drink of anything you can get hold of. There's a bottle of vodka. We're going to do that. We're going to have some more of that because she likes to play. I like to play too. Tobacco's Dominion. I mean, listen, I don't care what you think of me. I know I'm a fat pig. I like being a fat pig. At least I can walk, bitch. Right, nobody cares about that boat, bitch. She keeps the story about her. Right, so this is where we are. This is why I'm going to, yeah. So she wants to be in with the big boys. I'm in with the big boys. She wants to be in with the in crowd. I go where the in crowd go. You're not in with the in crowd, okay, love? You're a failed everything. And we all know you snaffled that bloody phone as well. Oh, look, there's sugars come round and this. Oh, look, they were looking for their phone. And you've got an app, you can find out where your phone is. And apparently it led them to your house. She's had Velcro pulls all her life. Where has her house gone? Not that I give a shit, hopefully in the sea. But anyway, so there we are. So, I mean, don't you need to have some veracity behind you? Not be the most abject loser, really, of a little snide that it was her parents that got her out of it. I don't want to hear all this. Oh no, it was out of time. Oh, they mixed the paperwork up. Bullshit. That was rubbish. She did the stuff she did because she knew her parents would lug her out of it. That's the thing. Yeah? Oh, yeah, poor little rich girl. Poor little snitch girl, more like. The thing is, if you get in with her and you cross her, you know what she's like. She'd be emailing every police force everywhere. Got all the emails. She used to send emails round about me and other people, you know. Or to all these creators, they used to just forward them to me. They fucking hate her. Everybody hates her. It's just they want to, stay in their own lane and not get involved with that bloody mess. Nobody, yeah, right. Well, it is what it is, isn't it? Exactly. Nobody knew back then. Small fish in a big sea. Gangster's mole. She's not even gangster's mole, Alice, is she? I mean, some of them are a bit tasty. She's just a fucking maniac. Never heard of her. Yeah. Have you ever watched Mob Wives? They won't last in the sea for long. Well, she's just Diary of a Fugitive or something or other. No one cares about. What about Diary of a Poor Little Rich Girl that burgled her own mother's house? How about that? What about Diary of I'm Such a Good Criminal? Oh yeah, I hid all the stolen hot computers behind me sofa. I knew they wouldn't find them there. I advertised them in the Friday ad, and an undercover cop came round. Yes, and I couldn't smell him. No, I'm so thick. I just thought, oh, there's a man in a suit. You know what I mean? She's a fucking failure, mate. I believe it's the anniversary of Ashley passing this month. Yeah, probably, mate. I did a thing to her. I think I sang Going Over Jordan, which is an old spiritual song from back in the day. Good looking wives. Oh my God, don't. I mean, And I mean, let's have it right. I mean, the way I look at it is this. Melty, for whatever reason, she's bailed out by her compatriots who live on that side of the pond, whether it's Canada, America, I don't know where they live, okay? But they're her compatriots. They've looked at what's happening and they've put a sort of cyber arm round her, okay? And it looks like she's going to go on to do big things. Yeah, that's her business. It's her business. And of course, I'm stupid bollocks in Gibraltar. She won't have it. She's like, oh, well, I wonder what Paula would think. I wonder what Paula would think when she knows that she was mocking my dead husband. Yeah, well, I think I should imagine she'd just think the same as when you mocked Alex's dead wife. You know, that is the way sort of forward I would have thought of that. But she's just so self. It's always about her. Oh, all these big creators. Oh no, what? You said something wrong to a fungus? Nah, that's it. Nah, you're David Gurr now. You're persona non grata now, Melty. We ain't going to talk to you not no more. No. Oh no, how dare you upset Fee Farina. I got hooked on it. It was women were crazy. Oh, Big Ange, bless her soul. Oh yeah, no, I see. It's on telly. I've never watched it. No, I haven't watched it. Oh look, all the messages held in review. You're blocked. Right, you have to have been subscribed to me for years. Her mum's house caught fire too. Who's dead? FIFA Enos. She probably set it on fire, knowing that old bat. She's carnival mixing with people who have. I know. She wants to play with the big boys. It's so she can sit on her whatever it is she does, right, and threaten Alex. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get Angel Gotti onto you. My name's FIFA Ena Snotty now. Yeah, I'm a long lost bastard sister. Yeah, I'm the long lost bastard sister she never knew she had. It's one hell of a drug. What is, darling? I don't know what it is, but I think FIFA Ena found it, and I think she's addicted to it. I think she smells her own farts. Do you get me? No, don't. Did you? It was all about 10 years ago. Mel, you mentioned Big Ange the other day, which reminded me of it. Oh, oh, well, you see that that is their vibe. That is their. I've got no idea what you're on about, darling. Less than no idea. I saw your video, Tea House, and I liked them. Put a like on, babe. Your video that you did. Yeah, it was really good. Oh, it's a Taylor Swift song. Chewy. What's Chewy, darling? Can you stop being rude this time in the morning? The the Royal Tea House. Yes. Oh, was it live? I didn't see the live. I just saw the video. Maybe it came out live and then I did it on replay, catch up. Yeah, so she's going to be in with Angel Snotty now. Angel got in. She's FIFA Arena Snotty. She's the one. Oh yeah, look at me. I'm in with the big boys now. Ha! Chewie was Ashley, Danger Zone, little dog. Oh, oh. See, I knew Ashley before even the Mark Clear was on the scene. She used to do a lot of work on the Indigenous industrial children's homes, air quotes orphanages in Canada. Oh yeah, she used to do a lot of good stuff. Oh, thank you. I'm going to be adding you into. Ah, Gatius Radius. Ha 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 ha. Oh, oh, I'm so chuffed. I'm a star, you know, darlings. It's the anniversary. I'm so sorry, Hippity Hop. Yeah, I know it is. I might upload my going over Jordan then again. Not that I've ever gone over anybody, you get me? It's a song, and I think it means the Jordan River, darling, as opposed to Jordan, the whatever it is, glamour model. We don't want any of that. Can you imagine Gertie's Rudius and Katie Price? Yeah, that's another thing. Have you seen what she's been up to? Because her husband, he's still in Dubai. Basically, that's where we are. They're having long distance love or something. Yes, on Zoom. And we know where that leads you. She'd be pregnant. That'll be the next thing. She'd be pregnant. It was addictive. Yes. Yeah, I've never watched it, sweetheart. Well, you're American, so you've probably watched it. But I think Melty she's going upwards. She's going up the greasy pole. Mm. And I like the way that the ladies have reached out to her and they've sort of made her feel a bit better about herself because nobody deserves them all bloody criminals. They're all every last one of them. If you go through every last one of these people, they're all con artists, they're all scammers, they've all been done for fraud, or this, that, or been investigated for it. Where like we've gone 100 times we've been here before, haven't we? Yeah, Kamloops, Georgia, and all there's a few of them, babe, but that was the main one, wasn't it? They found all the dead bodies as well, didn't they? It was something, mass graves. And then the nuns were like, oh no, they had chickenpox or whatever. No, because the kids grew up and they're like, no, I saw nuns throwing kids out the windows and oh, these people were just demonic. They all needed to, get over themselves and possibly not go on this mad trip, sociopathic nut job. Spending your whole sexual adult life being in love with somebody that doesn't exist, darlings. No, no. Um, that would have been the main thing, and I think it attracted a load of sadists as well, and child molesters, child abusers as well. Every form of abuse you could mete onto a child's head was met onto that child's head, and all the children. So many of them. I mean, a lot of them didn't make it out. Yeah, I think she mentioned it. Come, I started watching. Yeah, so I don't know where I was, but anyway, that was a thing. That was a thing. Oh, where am I? Yes, I'm here. I'm still here. Oh, you criminal. Yeah, like I've been here before with Charlie Manson. I mean, the very fact that I've been found innocent. No, a jury finds you innocent, right? What it was, it's no further action. NFA. It doesn't mean anything about being innocent. It's about morals, isn't it, as well? Because there's that borderline you can go up to, like I've explained before. You can raise a load of money for charity, give a couple of quid to the charity, and write the rest off on expenses, which is where he got his get out clause. It doesn't mean that what he did was all legal. It was probably on the boundary, but there wasn't enough evidence. And it's like 90% of reported crimes get NFA'd. So he's not, unusual. He's more usual than unusual. That is the thing. He didn't prove his innocence at all at any point. In fact, going along what I've just said, you make your own mind up whether it's moral to behave like that. Because if you really, really wanted to help a charity, you wouldn't be spending like a good 90% of it on yourself, would you? I used to love Ashley. Are any of the videos still? I think they are, babe. Oh, hang on. Yeah, well, definitely don't. Here's a rule of thumb, Hibbity. Don't choose ones on the Tinterweb where they sit there and go, oh, yeah, I'm going to raise money for this, that, and the other bullshit. They're all grifters, scammers, con artists. Bang on the money about the royals, yes. In a way that very few, not being rude to my the American creators, they kind of get it, but then they don't. In much the same way, if I was holding forth on the American culture and the American political and media culture, I might have a certain amount of insight, but I wouldn't have it all, if you know what I mean. Because a great amount of the British culture is kind of inarticulate, unarticulate. You can't articulate it. It's either something you've got and or it's spread into you, basically. And they definitely don't get the subtle nuances of how royalty behaves. I saw a comment. Somebody left a comment saying, "Oh, isn't it wonderful the way William and Kate named their youngest son after Lord Louis Mountbatten?" And I was like, no, he's named after the heir to the Spencer household, which is Charles Spencer's. That is royal and aristocracy thing. The first son will be named either the father or the grandfather, in this case George, for Queen Elizabeth's dad, who she, loved all her life. Um, so that is what you do. You usually name it after either the father, the reigning monarch, or the monarch's parents. And then the second son you would name for, say, the other side of the family. Which would, it could be the Middletons, but they didn't. They chose Louis, didn't they? Because Louis Spencer will be the next Earl of Spencer when Charles is no longer on this mortal coil, darling. That is a thing they used to do. Nothing to do with Louis Mountbatten. I mean, at the end of the day, Louis Spencer is William's first cousin. Rosie, yes, her whole channel's up, and lots of Wally on Rumble, yes. Dear old Wally. Bless her. So, yeah, I mean, I was going to come on here and say other stuff as well, but I don't think I will. I think I'm gonna keep some stuff to myself. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. So look out for Tea and Twattery, because I'm going to tag people into stuff. So what happens then? Their subs get a notification that I'm uploading, so then that they can like come over and watch and maybe make their own opinions and choices that aren't based just being conned out of their money the whole time. The baby scam. Oh, geez, they were fantastic. Well, we're back with the Markle. We're back with the Markle, weren't we? Louis, the day she introduced Louis. Oh, right. No, I've never seen that, darling. I don't watch horror films. They scare me. Don't like them. I always think the world's horrible enough without watching it on horror movies. No. I remember watching Schindler's List, and I mean, that's a matter of historical fact. I couldn't sleep for nights afterwards, but you felt like you had to watch it. So sad. I take it all on board as well. I'm like, oh my God, that's so sad. Does anyone find it a bit? Oh, I see that comment. I don't think she would have done it on purpose, Hippity. It's an old film, good film. Yeah, Mia Farrow. She's, yeah, sort of. I don't know. I flip flop with Mia. I'm not sure. She's definitely got the saviour complex. And if you look into all the children, oh, we've gone on to Mia Farrow now. All the children that she saved, I think 3 of them have died under her tutelage. So, yeah. I mean, she seems to only have one child, and that's the son. I mean, she hasn't, but in her thing, she's pushed the son forward and tried to make out the son looks like Frank Sinatra, because I was having an affair with him when I was married to whoever the dad's supposed to be of the oldest son. I mean, the fact that like people that look alike are attracted to each other, and is reflected in her oldest son's face genealogy, that he probably looks like a boyish version of her. I mean, the original, I would have thought back in the day, attraction to Mia was a kind of androgynous look. Do you get me, capiche? I ain't saying no more than that. She's going to let anyone forget about it. Uh, oh, the boy in the striped pajamas. Yes, I've seen that. It was tragic, absolutely tragic. Of course, it wasn't a true story, sweetheart, but the essence was there. It was about the innocence of children, wasn't it? So innocent, getting muddled up in an adult. Oh, well, I don't know what they were doing. I know they called it Holocaust, but it wasn't, was it? It was like hell on earth. Life is Beautiful is a good film. I'll tell you one of the, if we're going to talk films that I watched was what was it called? Kinky, something kinky, with that bird that did the Titanic. So what's the? I do know. I can't think. My brain's gone dead. The woman in the Titanic starred in the Titanic. Her. Hideous Kinky. Hideous Kinky. Have any of you ever seen a film called Hideous Kinky? If you haven't, go and have a look at it. It's a marvelous film. It's a fantastic film. It's filmed in Morocco. Yeah, Kate Winslet. It's filmed in Morocco. It's about a hippie woman. Takes her kids. Well, I won't tell you, but basically she gets some Moroccan boyfriend, takes her kids out there, and then kind of gets stranded out in Morocco, and it's about their yeah, whatever it is they do in Morocco. Never even heard of it. Yeah, no, Hideous Kinky. It was one of Kate Winslet's first films. I mean, just cinematography and the scenery set cinematically is amazing. It's absolutely brilliant. It's a beautiful film. Yes, and I'll tell you another film I really like, Cold Mountain. Do you know Cold Mountain with Nicole Kidman? It's Nicole Kidman and who's that other bloke? Who's the good-looking lad? Can't think what his name is, but anyway, he's in it. Yes, and it had Ray Winston in it. He was a baddie. He was a baddie. I think he got shot at the end. Which, to be fair, he was such a horrible character. I'd have shot him. I would have done. He was rotten. So that is, and the soundtrack on that Cold Mountain is beautiful. That's where I got the Going Over Jordan song from, because it's set in that area where Ashley lives. She was down south. You can't bear Nicole the Ice Queen. No, darling. No. I mean, I rate her as an actress. I can't comment on her as a human being, adult woman. I don't know her, never met her. I've heard some weird stuff. Yeah, there's that bird on TikTok, and she's absolutely convinced she's Nicole Kidman's daughter. And she does look just like Nicole Kidman. She does. She looks like a very young version of her. And apparently Nicole's got a restraining order on her. She's like, "This is definitely not my daughter." It's hard to know with these people, isn't it? You just don't know what they hide. I mean, she kept Tom, what's his name, off the streets for a few years. Jude Law, yes, and Renee Zellweger. Jude Law, he's excellent. Yes, I couldn't think who it was. All I can remember is the bum, because I didn't get to see his bum towards the end. That's the only bit. I can't really comment on the bum. Renee was brilliant in it. She was very, very good in it. Yeah, she went off with Jack Black, darlings, which had to be done, to be fair. It was the only polite thing to do if you are, in fact, stranded in the Deep South. Yes, in the Civil War era, with Renee Zellweger, or in her case with Jack Black, then you do have to kind of marry them, don't you, darling? Nick, Nicole Kidman. Oh, is she? I know her dad was a psychotherapist or psychologist or some bullshit, and he's been implicated in some nefarious Montauk Project mind control sort of bullshit. Talented Mr. Ripley, yeah, yeah. I very much like the films that I can concentrate on are usually anything historical. If it's set in history, darling. I like Dancing with Wolves. That's Kevin Costner, isn't it? Mel, whatever. Can't think who it is. Anyway, he danced with wolves. He did. He couldn't stop himself. That's good. But again, cinematography and the Reverend with DiCaprio. That was a brilliant film. That was definitely a Boxing Day film. We all sat down to watch it. Yes, it was absolutely brilliant. Very good. And usually anything with John Travolta in, to be fair, anything with John Travolta. The Piano with Sam Neill. We've just lost Sam Neill, haven't we, darling? Oh, Piano, that's a war film, isn't it? Am I given to believe? Is it a slow burner? Or are we straight into the sort of, running up the Normandy beaches type of thing? Because that's another one we don't need, isn't it? That was another thing. Saving Private Ryan. Did they save him? No, they didn't. Well, they did. But they couldn't save, what's his name? Could they? Tried to save him. Forrest Gump. They almost saved him. That was such a poignant ending to that film. Very, very poignant. But obviously, I got an eye on the history things of that, and also the psychology behind it. I think one of the most powerful parts of that movie was when the what do you call it, the conscientious objector bloke at the end, the guy upstairs, the Brooklyn lad that was brought up in the hood of Brooklyn, who was a bit handy, knife fight and everything, and he needed some backup, he needed some more ammunition, whatever. And the conscientious objector bloke, who never had a weapon, was too scared to go up there. He was cringing at the bottom of the stairs. And then you had the death's head Gestapo bloke, didn't you, up there? And he stabbed him. And then when he walked downstairs, he looked at that conscientious objector bloke like he was a piece of shit on the floor. And the guy was peeing himself, literally shaking with fear, because he thought the death's head bloke was going to shoot. But it wasn't in his honour. I mean, he could have done. He could have just striped him up as well and be done with it. It was one less. But no, about a deaf woman. Oh, yes. But it's set in the war, isn't it, babe? Yeah, but that last scene in Private Ryan was so powerful. Well, it was in my head anyway. He's such a coward. He deserved the defeat he got. But say the guy couldn't even be bothered. He couldn't be bothered to waste a bullet on him. He couldn't be bothered to waste his time on him. He just looked at him like he was scum. Which, to be fair, in that situation, if you're not there to back up your buddies, you pretty much are. Let me think of it, scum. Yeah, yeah. Well, that happened with was it Bach or Brahms? Bach, Brahms. I'm going. One was blind, one was deaf, but they both made excellent music. So you see, these things happen. Was it Evelyn Glennie as well? She was deaf. She could play the cello. Yes. So my grandmother brought the cello out from being just an accompaniment to being a centre thingy. Google it. Yes, it was her. Google who did it, and it'll come up with my granny. For the, I don't know what. She was in a few orchestras, but her main one was the BBC London Symphony Orchestra. Alan Rickman, Sarah, just looked at. Oh, Alan Rickman. Have we lost Alan Rickman as well, babe? I think we have, babe. What was that other one as well? With the little girl in it. He was the hitman. He took up the flat next door to where she was living. There was a little girl in there, and I think the dad had crossed the mob or something like that. And it was how this hitman didn't really want to get involved with this little girl. Oh, it's Natalie Portman. It was Natalie Portman. Yeah, and that's another one. Another really good film. Again, for the same reasons. Tess de Urberville. Yes, by Roman Polanski, which we're not going to talk about. Let's not talk about Roman Polanski. But my God, that film was so good. It was such a powerful film. It was an absolutely brilliant film. Thomas Hardy. Tess de Urbervilles, darling. You need a bit of, into Victorian society, kind of how the culture vibe. They were mental. Let's have it right. They pretty much were mental. The Gods Must Be Crazy, my favourite rolling on the floor laughing movie. Very hard to find online. Shorts mostly. Oh, who's that, Sheena? Oh, The Gods Must Be Crazy. That's, yeah. Yeah, I can't think of really good comedy films. Obviously, I'm all over them like a rash. They've got to be done. Anything with Eddie Murphy's really hilarious. Obviously, Rowan Atkinson, Johnny English and Mr. Bean, and beautiful film, funny and sad, but beautiful. Oh, I'll give it a look. And I like watching something. I have to be in the mood. It has to be sort of autumn or autumnal, overcast, and the sort of weather that you abdicate the day to. You think, right, weather was so shit. All my plans, I'm not doing. That's it. I'm off. I'm hibernating on the sofa. And you put on an old Ealing on YouTube. You get the old Ealing movies, darlings, with all the old people in it, like Alec Guinness and that other little one. I can't think what his name is. The little bugger. I can't think. Anyway, all the old people. from back in the day. I'll go back and look. We're going to look them all. I'm going to try and watch The Pianist. What was that one about? Tea with Mussolini. With it had oh, what's her name? You know, if you believe in life after love, that one in it. What's her name? My brain's gone fuzzy. The Pianist is about a Polish musician during World War II. Yeah, Blazing Saddles. Anything with Mel Brooks. It's what is it? It's summer for Hitler. Da, 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 something like that. Uh, yeah, it was a film featuring a tribal remote African that found a Coke bottle thrown from a plane, and he followed it into the city to give it back. Oh my God! Oh, well, I remember. I remember. Do you know? It's funny you should mention that because for some absolutely, completely unknown reason, the other day, I must have been walking the dog or just brain dead in the head. I was given to think about the Walkabout movie. I saw it in the 70s. They showed it in the summer holidays one year. I think it was in the afternoon. You know, like sometimes they show kids Summit because the telly wasn't on all the time in them. Alec Guinness, yeah, Kind Hearts and Coronets. Yes, she's brilliant in that. Yes, with John Mills was the little one I couldn't think of. John Mills, he was in everything, wasn't he? Yeah, the Walkabout. I think it was with a young Brooke Shields. It's about two little kids that got lost and a young Aboriginal boy Walkabout led them out of the outback, wherever it is. They were lost. They were lost, darlings. Yes, yeah. The ones that obviously my grandson can't hear me. He's in the shower, but I don't like any of these sort of what do you call it? Sci-fi. Anything sci-fi or any of those type Marvel, and I've had to watch them all with him. And at the end, we talk about it. It's so good. It's such a good film. Oh, it's brilliant. I'm like usually thinking, God, it's over. Do you get me? Did I say that? But they're basically made for kids or men, aren't they? Basically, and one is the other, isn't it? If you want something a bit, raise the bar a bit. Yes, that's a lot of the time why I don't watch films. They're just pathetic. My grandson went to see the latest Spider-Man with a male family member on Sunday, and it was really long. So I think it's about 2.5 hours he was in there. No, 3 hours. 3 hours he was in there because I was outside waiting for about one of them. And it's the new, yes, the Marvel movies. Yeah, but the kids love them, babe. Yeah, the kids and men. I've put the codicil and men because men never quite grow up over. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be Iron Man. What's his name in that? The one that likes taking too much substances. That's the Iron Man because he's good in it. He is good. I must admit, he's good Iron Man. He's suave. No, he went to see the new Spider-Man with the bloke that's always Spider-Man. So instead of it being like AI or cartoon, which is a cop out, it was the real actor who he absolutely fanboys. So he had the time of his life. He really enjoyed it. But it's coming at you. It's not even quadraphonic sound anymore. It's gone way past that. It's literally coming at your senses from every. I can't deal with the cinemas nowadays. They're far too bloody loud. I mean, for God's sake, I used to take my kids, like, buy some popcorn. Once the adverts are over, the film comes on, 10 minutes in, I was asleep. And I usually woke up just towards the end because kids would start fidgeting. Yeah. I'd be like, oh, that was really good. And I'm like, yeah, it's brilliant, wasn't it? You know, I could have a little doze. I was like asleep. I was dozing, if you get me. You can't do that nowadays. It's like a sensory torture. You will comply, you will look screen, you will listen, you will watch. So I don't even get a chance to have a little doze in my own mind. Especially if you put your glasses on, you can just put your glasses on and shut your eyes. I can't sit 3 hours. No, he did. No, he didn't care. My niece has been an ITSY assistant director. Oh, The Passion of Christ. I haven't seen that. But then, being a Catholic, I've seen all the others. Jesus Christ, superstar. You know, all that. We had it in the 70s, didn't we, ladies? Do you remember the one with Robert Powell? They used to play it Sunday evening. I think the BBC made it, or somebody that nobody cares about. He played Jesus Christ. And he was, in fact, married to one of the girls on Top of the Pops, the dancing girls. What are they called? Pants people. Legs and Co. Nobody cares. Tell me, have you watched The Magic Faraway Tree? Oh, the magic tinging linging tree. Do you remember that from when we were kids? Some foreign cartoon they used to buoy us off with. It was about as interesting as watching paint dry. If you think a lot of those children's programs in the 70s aimed at children were anything but aimed at children, they were scary, or either scary or inane, pathetic. Yeah, hit the like and subscribe, hit the like and subscribe. Try and get Gertie Rood up there in the logarithms and the algorithms. Yeah, YouTube take up. So if people haven't watched me for ages, they take your subscription off you, which is why I have to keep going. Like and subscribe. I haven't. What is it on, please? I don't know. What is it on? Yes. Just, I don't just come back to Australia and get married. These young people go hard. Go hard where, darling? Let's not talk about that because it is early in the morning, sweetheart. We don't need that. So we were gonna talk the other day, but I was out of time because I rambled on too long. About memories of lockdown. Do you remember lockdown? Do you remember when they used to put the little feet prints in the supermarket? So you hadn't been out for about 3 months. One day you were forced to go out, stand in a queue, looking like, I don't know, like I said, you were waiting for your demise, somewhere that I shouldn't mention. Looking like you just needed, I don't know, asteroid to hit you in the head. Um, and you get in the supermarket and they even put little footprints, so you're only allowed to go one way up the aisle and then down the other aisle and all this bullshit. Do you remember that? Come on, let's have the good, the bad, and the quirky. What do we remember? I saw it in the cinema. It's on Amazon Prime, YouTube, Apple TV. I've got Amazon Prime, but I always watch Diddley Squat on that because I love Diddley Squat. I was trying to get some of their Hawkstone cider, but Tesco's only do the lager. I don't like lager. But apparently it won an award. Yeah, do you remember the footprints and waiting with a trolley? And you'd see all these old people, they'd have them, or just not even old, normal people, usual people, wiping the trolleys like they're going to get something off the trolleys. The secret garden and the yeah, those were good for a child. Historical, obviously, I buzzed on them. I mean, the Railway Children was just of its time. Jenny Agutter and that, wasn't it? You had to be a child to, and of course, the Secret Garden as well. Yeah, it's based on a book, isn't it? Well, they both are. They're both based on a book. I think I can't remember the author. I think they were both women authors, though. Um, yeah. So where were we? And then watching Sky News every night. I didn't. I couldn't be bothered. I'd just like shut up. But my late husband used to watch it every night, and then they'd come out with all this crap. You got to do this and you got to do that bullshit. No one cares about. And then on the Thursday night, they'd all be outside banging their saucepans. What was that about? And clapping for the National Health Service. And I go on the my iPad, and the hospitals are bloody empty, and all the staff were doing the dancing. I don't know what they were doing. Go dancing, trying to make a couple of quid. I got told off for touching a tin. Yeah, well, I got shouted at because I was looking for chickpeas, but I hadn't been out for so long. I had a sort of not a panic attack, but I felt faint. Yeah, this young sort of I don't know who he was started shouting and screaming, and because I couldn't find things, so what I was supposed to do was walk round again, and I didn't realise because I couldn't find the chickpeas. I went back on myself. Thought, well, they're usually here, and I'm wandering up and down. He's like, you can't. Well, he was standing in front of them. That's why I couldn't see them. Oh, YouTube to work. My stop. Chancery Lane. Have a good day. Oh, you're at your stop. On the tube. Oh, in London. Oh, well, good luck to you, darling. Good luck to you, babe. Hey, London. Pff, rather you than me. It's a hellhole, darling. It's a hellhole. Do you have mace in your handbag, darling? Because you might need it. It is. It's absolute hellhole. Some of the things you see, like I've been banging on about, they just go in the supermarkets and just rape them. I mean, not sexually, but the products. I mean, metaphorically. They go in just bloody gag-handed and just empty the place. And nobody does anything. Yes, when I say they, I mean they, rather than sort of us. Let's put it that way. It does sound lovely. It does. But I bet you pound to a penny it's a shithole, isn't it, eh? It's like Hanging Ditch Lane, isn't it? Yes, the name's on the tin. Oh dear. Catch me if you can. I remember driving to London, the roads being completely empty. Yeah, it was like that, wasn't it? And I'll tell you another thing I found out. I think I've tried to articulate this before. That all my life, having studied like the Holocaust, the Second World War, bloody bleeding, blah blah blah. We've been here before because I that was one of my major subjects. Uh, uh, I could, and I studied psychology. I could never, in my own mind, settle how they got so many people to just go along with them unquestioningly and start report. Oh, I'm sure he's a Jew. I'm sure that person's a Jew. And that, oh, yeah, I saw somebody going in there, and all this bullshit. And there was lots of people carted off, hadn't done anything. We've got the naughty. Oh, well, poor you, babe. Hey, best thing to do is go away. Yeah. I could never understand. You need sometimes it's like I used to find maths hard until I actually had to be in the real world using a maths. I soon got it. Soon got it. I got all the pounds, shillings, and pence pretty easily. Yes, decimalisation got that straight away. Yes, not to mention fractions, darling. Let's leave that there. Which always seemed really confusing on paper, but when you're using it in real life, it's easier to understand. So that's where I am with this thing. I could never understand. I read and read and read, and I could never like come to an explanation, uh, a settled explanation in my mind as to how Hitler and his little disciples managed to get so many. Because it wasn't only in Germany; it was wherever they went. They usually got a load of people that were grass on everybody and snitch on everyone. Same with Stalin. I mean, he was the worst, the king of the snitches. People would just snitch on you for like a cucumber, not even a whole one, like half a one. They didn't care, and people get dragged off to what do you call it? To I can't think what you call it. The basically where they were to what were the bloody names of those places Solzhenitsyn was in one? Gulag. Gulag. I knew it would come to me. Get the whole family's dragged off to the Gulag. Well, Mao did it as well. Mao Zedong in China. He did the same. I mean, and if somebody said something, then they get reported. Well, he took it a stage further, that horrible little communist. Yeah. He wouldn't only take the man and all the family, he'd take all their blooming descent. So sometimes it would be people you didn't even know that you were their second cousin. Oh, there you were. You were marched off to a resettlement camp where they would just do away with you. Yeah, this is so crazy. I could never understand it until I lived through the lockdown, and then I thought, oh, I've got it. They even had a phone line, didn't they? The government had a phone line. If you think you know somebody that's breaking lockdown, ring this number in absolute guaranteed confidence. The bloody thing was only live for about 5 minutes. It had burned down. They had to turn it off. There was millions of people trying to get through. Oh yeah, I saw Mrs. So-and-so over the road. Yeah, she was talking. They had people round that were talking across the fence in their back garden, nowhere near each other. They were standing in their back door, and their neighbour was standing in their back door with a fence in between them talking. And police go, "Oh, go indoors. Oh yeah, go indoors." Yeah. So we had it. So I mean, you can imagine. Obviously, I'm not taking away from what the people in 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s of the last century across the globe had to put up with, which was real time. I kind of got it then. I kind of thought, aha, this is how it's done. Get it now, get it. Bunch of snitches. I had AstraZeneca, better deal. I didn't have any. Didn't have none. Time to shove it where the sun don't shine. She didn't have a no bullshit masks. I've never heard anything so pathetic. And do you know there's people still doing it? I see people still do it. I see an old granny, yeah, about 10 years older than me, in this heat. I mean, it was about 32 degrees last week, plodding up the high street with her shopping, yeah, with one of those paper masks on. I'm like, are you for real? I was just waiting for the old duck to collapse. I just don't know. These people are just mental. I think some people need to be mothered, or they want to be. I even had people actually sort of expound that opinion. Oh, the government knows best. Listen, the government doesn't even know anything. They know shit. Have you met the government? Have you actually met these so-called government? I mean, like I've said to you before, break down the provenance of the word government. Government comes from the Norman, doesn't it, darlings? Govern. Which if you look it up, Norman is built on Latin, so there you go. Govern, to control, ment, mind. That's where you get mental mentality. Yeah, ment. It means the mind in Latin or whatever. Government, control your mind. Yeah? Parliament, speak your mind. Parlay, to speak, meant your mind. Yeah? That's where it all comes from. And once you know the provenance of the word, they're controlling your mind, okay? And they're going up to speak their minds, which none of us want to hear, to be fair. I stopped wearing them before. Look, there was never wore one once. I think I did wear one briefly, but that was for my husband. To be honest, I never put myself in a position where I needed to. So let's put that out there. I just didn't. Do you know what I mean? Do anything. I can remember we got up because we were let out because obviously all the MPs were wanting to go on holiday. And I predicted it. I said all along. I said, "You wait, come August, they will lift it." And of course, it was the hottest year ever. And right up until that last minute, everybody knows that all the flu disappears in summer. No, not this one. This was a magical flu. So it's pretty much been blown open now. So I'm not talking out of school. I mean, the stats are out there. But I might add allegedly, but this is what's going on. And I said, you wait. Oh, no, they won't. No. I said, no, bullshit. Once those buggers want to go on holiday, they'll lift it. They lift it. It's the only way they can go on holiday, right? So they lifted it for, I don't know when it was August or late July. Yeah. That was it. Next thing, you got treated to pictures of Piers Morgan, right? Pink as anything. Bloody land whale beach whale. Yeah. Over somewhere like Malaga or, no, I don't know if it's somewhere like Miami or the Bahamas. Oh, yeah. And all the people like that, all the MPs fucked off on their holidays, didn't they? Anyway, so we got up really early this morning. I mean, it was literally, because it was boiling. Even at night, it was boiling. It was such a hot summer. I thought it was as hot, if not hotter, summer 20 than this summer. And I think we got up about 5 o'clock in the morning. Got in the camper, drove to Camber Beach. Camber Sands. Does anybody know where that is in Kent? Yes, it's about 50 minutes to an hour. But seeing as how the roads were completely bloody empty, we did it in, breakneck time. Got there, complete empty beach. Nobody there at all, just us. And the tide was right in. Went running straight into the sea, didn't we? Yeah. Land on the, no, what was it? Beach whale, something like that. There was nobody there to report me, in other words. So straight out, and the water was like a warm bath, but it was just lovely to be out, to be free, Anyway, so this would have been about 7:30 in the morning. We were already in the sea. Tide starts going out, more people start coming, more people start going, more people start coming. By 1 o'clock, we couldn't move. We could not move on that beach, and the tide had gone right out, and it was absolute. Half of bloody London had decamped to Camber Sands. They come down, they had all their systems with them, their gazebos, their music, their old barbecues going. They didn't care. They jammed up all the roads. The police had to go and shut all the roads down. And when we moved our camper vans, we were the most popular people there. They were all helping us to reverse out. Oh, it was like, oh my God, it was like we were pop stars. Oh my God, look, they're leaving. Because we'd had enough. We'd got there at the crack of dawn, so by 1 o'clock we were over it. And yeah, we were so popular. It was unbelievable. They were like, right, stand back, everybody. Help them leave. They're going to reverse out. And of course, then you had half a dozen people wanting what would have been 2 car spaces that was taken by our camper van. But because we were there first, everyone had parked behind us. So to put it in context, GP's still pushing it to, yes, bullshit. I don't have any of that. Bullshit. Absolutely. My friend wore one new car travelling. Oh my God, don't. Apart from the fact they're dangerous. Yeah, I've told you the story about the posh old woman said to the security guard, "Thanks for keeping me safe. I just wanted to slap her." I don't know why. I mean, metaphorically, I just thought, my God, how bloody stupid do you need to be? How is that young security guard going to keep you safe from getting a cold, you daft old boot? Stupid woman. But it was brainwashing. It was, it was programming. It was literally tell a lie. Yeah, it was literally. I mean, I know the one where they're saying about having sex, and he said, well, you can have sex as long as you're back to back. And there was his wife up the spot. How did that happen? Cheek of these bloody people. And like I said before, all those the 3 horsemen of the apocalypse, witty, clueless, and dappy, they all ended up with peerages, didn't they? Don't know how that happened. That's why I wasn't too keen on the late great. I'm sorry. I've got to speak as I find it's my channel. I know enough about most monarchies to know that all of them are pretty wanting. Um, Obviously, I look forward to William and Catherine, but I don't think I'll be here. I don't think I'll live that long. No. Old farmers in paddocks. I know, I know. Was there some bloke arrested because he was swimming on a completely deserted beach as part of his half an hour? Oh, you're allowed out for half an hour. It was literally a psyop. I've told you I saw the 2020 Toronto meeting. It was called Agenda 2020 when they were planning this. I saw it. They planned it in the November before. I was the one that got in all the tins. I said something's going to happen, and my husband just used to roll his eyes. Remember that quack on breakfast? I didn't know what it was. Remember when the quack on breakfast telly said wear one in? Yes, they're just. Well, I saw them beating old women up in Australia. They're one of those rubber cudgels, whatever, bashing her in the face. I mean, hello. Oh, we're doing this for your own good. What, smashing me face in? Oh, fantastic. Oh, at least I won't get the flu. Not that I can breathe out of my broken nose. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it really did let some really small-minded people off their leads, didn't it? I think the worst one that I wanted to with was the elderly. What they did with the elderly was just disgusting. And I know they were given a lot of people with very small intellects were given a lot of power. That is my opinion. The good one, Campsad's in West Sussex. Yeah, I think it's in Kent, babe. It's in Kent. It's by what's that place? Lewis, not Lewis. Oh, bloody Lewis. Right. It's in Kent, babe. It's in between Rye and say Folkestone. Yeah, I think that's where we went next, Folkestone. Yeah, all the while Boris Johnson, Mrs. Pakistan. Oh no, he didn't have his remit. He was reading. He didn't know what he was talking about. He was reading always off a pre-planned speech. We got treated to when they thought it was a mic drop, wasn't it? They thought the cameras weren't on, and the journalists were speaking in between themselves. He said, "Shall I put a mask on?" He said, "Oh no, not now. We only do that for the camera." You're just like, you knew anyway. We all knew. Anybody with a brain or anybody that's been around disordered people, narcissists, psychopaths, sociopaths, nut jobs, Fruit Loops, people with very, very small intellects, but a little modicum of power, they're always going to push the envelope, and they're like, "Oh, power at last, power at last." Goodness gracious me, I've got some power over yous and yous, you know. Whereas me, I couldn't even be bothered to get up out of the sofa to see if I don't care. If you wear a mask, wear one. If you don't. I don't care. Leave me alone. Go away. No one cares. I had the COVID. It weren't even the worst flu I've ever had. I had it before the lockdown. Most people had it over that winter. Most people I knew had the so-called air quotes, whatever it is supposed to be. Yeah, we'd already had it. Oh yeah, well you need to boost. No, I don't. You could give it to her. Why? I had all that mind control trying to think. But the thing is, it used to excite me because when I get phone calls and my old man would be, "Oh, it's a national health." I'm like, "Oh yeah, yeah, I want to speak to you." I'm like, "Oh, hello," because I love that. I always like acting daft. But people do that sort of thing. Always like play your cards close. So when they're like, "Oh, you need to have a," I'm like, "But why?" "Oh, because you're putting him at risk." I'm like, "Yeah, but he's had all his jabs." "Yeah, but you could." I'm like, "No, but it won't affect him because he's had all his jabs." So, and I've already had the the thing, the woo flu. Just say that. So if I've already had it and he's jabbed up to the eyeballs, how am I putting him at risk? "Yeah, but," and I'm like, "No, there isn't a yeah, but there's a yeah, bye." We have three wise monkeys on. Yeah, it's Witless, Valance, and I don't fucking stupid bitch, wasn't it? Stupid bollocks. They made her a dame. Her name was Stalin's granny. I've been here before. I did a stand-up routine when they made her a dame and everything with a spiteful haircut. Yeah, because I said, well, if she's a communist, not a Marxist, communist, whatever, like far left communist, hardcore. Now she's a dame. Aren't we all going to be made dames? It was emotional blackmail. It was all pre-planned, darling. Google it. I don't know whether it's up there because I ain't Googled it because I saw the actual conference. I think it might have been on Rich Planet. I think it might, which is a website. It's not on YouTube. Well, I mean, he put stuff on YouTube, but the Agenda 2020 conference held in Toronto in the October-November of 19 was on his website. Piers Morgan told people they were cowards. I know. And did he look as bloody what's it, didn't he, with his man boobies? I felt like sending him a bra. I will never forget the Farquhar speech. Farquhar. Oh, it was that in Shrek. Farquhar. Yes, partying down. Well, we had all that. We had all that. They don't care. They didn't care. And the amount of people that have since got cancers and all sorts of things that have happened to them. Yeah, a lot of people aren't here anymore. Yeah. I don't think I'm psychic. You get me? It's just common sense. We were warned so many times in post-war Britain that cometh the new millennium, they were going to do this is allegedly, and in my opinion, and stuff that's out in the zeitgeist that you can actually look at yourself and decide whether you believe or not. I don't know whether I believe it even, but part of the new world order and the agenda for the new millennium was depopulation, and they were buzzing and thrapping themselves very, very, very much in the way of the HIV scandal of the 80s, which again was managed by a very young Fauci. Had something to do with that. Yes, because I mean that's another moot point about this whole AIDS HIV business. I mean, being young, we just believed everything we were told, and I mean, we didn't need contraception once they started that AIDS thing. You know, do you know what I mean? We're of that era where you think, oh my god, you know. Because yeah, I know they said gay people could, but they used to moot the fact that anybody could get it. You might get it from drinking from a cup. You could get it off a doorknob. You know what I mean? Originally, when it first came, oh my god, it was Terence Higgins, wasn't it? It was the first man allegedly to die in Britain for it after the Terence Higgins thing. Yeah, but is that one? Or what was that other one as well? This Constant Guard. Aha! Now there's a film, and I think Kate Winslet was in this as well. If please, I know, he should be in jail. I think this was Kate Winslet, and it's another film you need, ladies. It's called Constant Gardener. Okay, I used to have it on video. Constant Gardener. Now that goes along what I'm trying to articulate here by taking a what would you say an imaginary situation in an imaginary different scenario, and then seeing the plot unfold. But on a smaller scale, it was a country in Africa, basically, rather than the globe like in our situation. So Constant Gardener, I'm sure Kate Winslet or somebody similar to her is a star in it. It's another brilliant film. The psyop of mind control, social engineering, blah 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 blah. I mean, so people are just sheep. They're just like, oh, the government. They're not your parents. What makes you think that the government has got your best interests at heart? Up until this moment, is what I would have liked to say to them. Rachel Weisz, yes, yeah, she looks a bit like a young Kate Winslet, doesn't she? Contagion. I haven't seen that, but I can imagine. Prison is too good for them. Yeah, they're not. Look at Maxwell. Yes, yes. They're not your parents. You know, and some of us, not all of us, but some of us were trained really well from a very young age to realise that even your parents aren't do you know what I mean? You know, or people in loco parentis. I think that's a fairer way of putting it. So as a child, people you encounter throughout your childhood that are in loco parentis, say teachers, scoutmasters, nuns in the case of the indigenous schools, or I mean nuns even in the convent I was in. I mean they didn't touch me, I'm not dead because of my gran, but I see other children being abused, and what we would now call abuse, but it was normal. So people in loco parentis can't be bloody trusted. That's the way I look at it. And then if you grow up like that and you realise that it's you against the world, you have got to look out for you. You, like I taught all my children, you've got to have the common sense. You don't go along with the crowd, you know, because a lot of the time they're running headlong into the storm, aren't they? You got to look out for you. That's the way. I always used to say you got to be the flame, not the moth. Be the flame. I believe so too. Yes. E14. I don't know what that means, darling. I believe we are watching a movie and elites are being dealt with. You know, where you see that, you've got to look into a number of the, like, geopolitically, what they're playing the very long game. I mean, they've been playing it since they decided about it in the like late Georgian times, if not, you could say since the Renaissance. It depends where you want to go back to, but the elites have always been elite, and they've always been evolving this sort of. I don't know what it is they evolved, but um, look at the. Is it the agenda 50-50 Africa about Africa, where basically they want Africa to be the playground and the province of the wealthy and elite, and to get rid of the hoi polloi, darlings. Hoi polloi, no more. No, we don't need them anymore. And Africa, like we got with African parts, we know what's been going on. And what they do is they go in with a charity, like take that as a good, not the group, take that scenario as a good yardarm to measure it by. Oh yeah, I'm a charity. I'm going in. I'm going to save some parks in Africa. Well, when you say saving parks in Africa, how do you define parks? Somewhere that you've just nicked the land and said, oh look, I'm going to put a fence up now. That's a park and it's mine, or it's theirs, or it's a charity now. Because these people have been living for a millennia, and now you've decided that it's your park, Barry. Basically, you have, haven't you, darling? That's what's happened. You've decided that this, what was a continent, country, or whatever you've got your little snaffly fingers in, is now your park. And it isn't. And then you got the park keepers, air quotes, that are keeping said park for the good of mankind, we're assured. We're assured of that. The good of the wildlife and the hippopotami, the giraffes and everything. Oh, what about the people? Oh, they're just raped and beaten up and shot and stabbed. Yeah, because they're in our park. You know what I mean? So, yeah, these people, the saviour complex, don't trust them, darlings. Never trust them. I don't trust any charities. I always used to say to my kids, it's as simple as this: a charity. If you think of it, you're walking down the road, right, and you see a little kid sat in the gutter with no food. You see those adverts, they always do them at Christmas, don't they? Little kid, got no food, blah, blah, blah. So you see them, they got no food, right? What would you do? Run round the corner, yeah, and give a fiver to your neighbour and say, can you pop that down to the kid sat in the gutter? Or conversely, would you pick the kid up, right, and make sure he had a good hot meal? Well, with my situation, I automatically bring him home. But you know what I mean? You've got to do what you can do in your purview, you know? Save the whales. No, let's not do that. The natives were looking after their land. Of course they were. We'll say natives is a very good word. Indigenous could be another. The citizens. Just who do you think you freaking are? They've all done it. They did it with the Zulus, didn't they? They didn't care. What do you mean it's your land? It's our land now. Yeah, get with the programme. Oh, right, we'll let you have a little bit. Okay, you can have that corner over there, but don't you move out of it. You know? It's the same with the reservations in America, wasn't it? Oh, yeah, we've got you. No, what do you mean we nicked your land? Do you know what I mean? Oh, we give you a bit. We've reserved you a bit over there. Over where? Oh, that bit is reserved. It's for you. Fuck off. Just these people are just reprehensibly vile. And of course, as the world turns, it's now turning, well, onto us, really, isn't it? Onto us. Haiti, curious how celebs houses. I know it is a conundrum. That is a conundrum, and it is a very well-worn question, darling. And it is one that doesn't seem to have an answer. No, not at the moment. I think it might be by divine intervention. Give them an inch, they take them. Give them an inch, they take the whole fucking country. Love. That's what they do, don't they? Tea house. Give them an inch. Oh yeah, African parks. That's where we live. No. It's a park now. It's the same with the wildlife fund, wasn't it? Oh, Philip, would he? Oh, he was lovely. He was lovely. He did that wildlife fund. It was his life. It literally was his life. He loved saving the wildlife. He couldn't help himself going around the place saving wildlife. Yeah. If you look into it, shall I just say opium? Should we just say that and leave that there? Just park that up. But again, it's like everything at the end of the day, they seek to control what is going to be there, whether they're there or not, darlings. So it's like if as a country they've got a gold mine and you're like, oh, it's our gold mine. No, I'll look after it for you. You know what I mean? Because if you don't, somebody else is going to invade the country and take it. So you might as well. It's that. I'm not saying it's right. It's that mentality, isn't it? Yes, yes. Poppy fields, darling. Poppy fields. The first thing they started doing when the Americans walked into Afghanistan or whatever the place is called, yeah, will start happily burning their poppy fields because then they could be paid to grow like food. Would be quite an idea. When you look at Afghanistan as a whole, it might be a good idea if they actually produce their own food, but they don't seem to. What arable land they have is given over, I am told and made to believe, to in fact the dear old poppy. Now, whether they need all these poppies for, I don't know. I suppose, would it be for Poppy Day? No, because they cut down trees and make paper ones, don't they? Yes, there's no excuse. But for whatever reason, and then they start burning the fields, and all the people in suits, say of the military people, but people attached to the military people, let's put it there, say the invaders or the colonizers, air quotes. Yeah, don't burn them. No, don't burn your field. We're just burning the poppies. Everything bad. No, don't leave them. Makes you think, doesn't it? Her house had a blue roof. They didn't get burned. Ha ha! Well, obviously that is the thing going forward. Paint it blue. What was that in America where they had all that in California? And you could see the thing coming down from the sky. And it was burning like the inside of the trees. I mean, there's no getting away from your eyes. It's like, oh, yeah, no, it's optical illusion. Well, it's a blood. Do you know what I mean? The tree isn't because the bark's still there. The outside. So it was like literally burning particular houses or just burning the house, but not the vegetation around the house. It seemed to be like a directed energy weapon, darling. Of some allegedly, allegedly, allegedly. I mean, I don't know because I'm not a scientist. I'm just a shithead. But you know, was it AI that they're showing us these videos? We don't know. But it did look rather bizarre, didn't it? Now, I know there was a lot of theories, but from the other point of view, it was what they term as real estate. So you know, you're off the land, darlings. No more. No, can't live there. Burned. Yes. Put up a parking lot. Yes. I think they're going to get Joni Mitchell in any minute. Pave paradise, put up a parking lot. Yes, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's build a vacay station place. Yes, make lots of lucre. What is this about? Oh, yeah, that's another thing. Isn't it? What's his name? Uh, that Pete bloke. Is it in? It's not. It's Jeffrey Epstein, isn't it? Yes, but he's that bloke. He's been caught. Is it on Miami or somewhere? Beach, Puerto Rican Pete. Conquer and control. Yeah, of course. It's to do. It's always to do with land. It's always to do with land. Yeah, I think. I remember one of my kids said to me, "What do you think is the most worst thing in the world? If you could think of one thing that's really dangerous." You know, because we were talking about history and Hiroshima and things like that, and he said to, you know, what do you reckon is the most scariest thing facing the world? And it's very simple. It's one word: ignorance. Ignorance. It's only ignorance. If you could do away with ignorance, we wouldn't have any of the trouble we do have. We wouldn't have the civil wars, we wouldn't have the conflicts, we wouldn't have nuclear weapons, you wouldn't have all of these problems if you could just, well, probably ignorance and then backed up by greed. You know, probably. There's nothing worse than a greedy, ignorant person, is there? Thick as shit. Yes. There's no blue sky thinking here, darlings. No, 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 no. Yeah, we're humans. But you see that to be an extent, I always like to think like 99.9% of humans are all right. But it's just the very small percentage, like I've said about the rotten apple, you know, that just spoil the whole barrel, don't they? I always think ignorance is far more dangerous than nearly everything else you can think of, because underpinning every civil war, every ideology that's destructive, or every war or negative thing is ignorance. Because if you weren't ignorant, you wouldn't be behaving like that, would you, darling? No, most people, you'd just be like, all right, yeah, can't be bothered. You do you. Do you. Let them do what they want. It's their country. Only takes a few to con the rest. Yeah. Well, it takes a few to con the rest, but it takes a hell of a lot of sheep to go along with it, babe. And it's the sheep that the 1% is always outnumbered by the sheep. This is where we are with right. Let's go back to the beginning because I'm going to wind up soon. This is where we are with dear little Melty, aren't we? You know, FIFA Arena, love FIFA. What are we going to call her? Fifi Snotty. She is going to be the next big thing, apparently, allegedly. It only takes a few horrible people, yeah, to spoil. Well, they really have ruined a lot of lives on YouTube. They've ruined a lot of people's learning experience or enjoyment experience of social media. Crucified people, and then they sit there and go, "Oh, but we're the fucking trolls because we dare to defend ourselves." And I will reiterate what Melty said as well, because I heard her say it, and I've heard a few people say it. Right? They always want to bully people into compliance and to back down. They are the Timu version of what goes on globally with these wrong people, yeah, wrong disordered mental people, yeah. That if you dare to stand up to them, they will fuck you up. They will do everything. Like I said with Rupert Lowe when he dared to stand up against, yeah, George Orwell, when he dared to stand up against Mr. Blancmange and Richard Tyson, that awful Alex, whatever bloody stupid name is on Talk TV. I was listening to her diatribe yesterday about Rupert Lowe. She just happened to come up, and I had two hands busy because I usually press click off. But sometimes they catch you out. And you actually, I couldn't click it off. And I was listening to it. She was spitting venom about Rupert Lowe, blah 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 blah. And I'm thinking straight because my brain don't. I'm not normal. And I'm thinking, well, yeah, you're going to say that because you are going to push that man right up to the House of Parliament because you're on the gravy train. You've got it all coming. You've got the second house in your horizon. You've got the expenses coming. You're going to be like minister of this or expert in charge of that or an MP of this. You're all up there. Clockwork Orange is another one. Yeah, well, the Clockwork Orange was basically debating around whether the punishment is worse than the crime or the psychology behind that sort of opinion. But basically, it was, wasn't it? Yeah, I didn't like it, babe. I don't like that director. Is it Kubrick? He's not. Is it? Was it Stanley Kubrick? He was that awful 2001 stupid bollocks, rubbish, absolute nonsense, absolute rubbish. Animal Farm, yeah, I read all that. I used to play. I used to play on the Downs around about the farm that he wrote Animal Farm from. Yeah, because he was actually working. Well, he was based on a farm during the Second World War because he couldn't fight. He had tuberculosis. Plus, he was just over the age of being called up, and he used to work as a announcer for the wireless, which in those days was just the BBC. So obviously, he had an insight into the future and the technology of what was then just cinema and wireless. He kind of had the vision of where it was going in the future, and it was going to be a little like it was in our day, and like he predicted it would be. It's going to be a box in the corner of your sitting room because obviously he could see that coming. But anyway, he was sent to work on a farm, which was in a place called Willingdon, just on the periphery of Eastbourne, a rural place. And we used to have to do cross country running because I went to a school that was just at the bottom of the where Willingdon is. Anyway, bullshit. So yeah, the farm that he used to be a cowherdman, whatever it was. He used to look after the cows basically, and then walk down to the Red Lion pub in Willingdon Village, and he wrote the Animal Farm in the saloon bar. I'm given to believe. Yes, I did go there in the early '80s, and it still was saloon where you had a bit of sawdust on the other side. So you had the saloons for posh people. What was the other side? Public bar. That was for the basically people. You know what I mean? The hoi polloi. Yeah, but I think it's still there now. Just a little village pub. But anyway, we used to play on the farm up there. Yes, there was an old battered sort of tenant cottage on the Downs as well. We used to play in. They used to try. There's a few pillboxes as well up there on the Downs, where they had gunners positioned up there. War of the Worlds. A lot of people thought that it was real while they listened. Yeah, they did. Yeah, it was Aldous Huxley, wasn't it? And who was it? Orson Welles. It was Orson Welles did the narration on the way to Wigan Pier. Yeah, I have read. Um, yeah, I have it out down and out in London and Paris. Uh, was that him or was that Laurie Lee? Was it Laurie Lee sided with Rosie? I think it was down and out. Can you tell me? Was down and out in London and Paris? I'm getting confused. because it was so many decades ago when I was like 15. And I was like mad kid. I read Solzhenitsyn when I was 11. Um, your mum's from Wigan, earbag on. Wigan Pier. Was it Cider with Rosie, Laurie Lee, that wrote Down and Out in London and Paris? Oh, it was Orwell. Yeah. Keep the aspidistra flying. Because he was born in colonial, he was born in India, and he was originally a policeman or of some description of what we would probably liken to a policeman or some sort of an official, because he was obviously, civil servant person in the colonial. So I suppose when they went independent, he was working for the BBC. What one doesn't know. But anyway, he had tuberculosis. It's a shame that he just fell short of the old antibiotics because he could have lived. Couldn't he? Bless him. He could have done. He was a good guy. I mean, was he a good guy? Was he a visionary? He's definitely intelligent. And he basically just wrote about what he saw given in his time frame and his frame of reference and experience of the world. Yeah. Down and Out in London and Paris was about, um, well, basically again. If I say basically, I'm going to have to Harry Gary myself. Let me have some coffee. Hang on, hang on. From what I can remember, Down and Out in London and Paris was the experience of being in between the wars, First World and Second World, where we had the Great Depression across the world, and there was nothing going for anywhere for anybody. There's no jobs, blah blah blah, no industry. It was really hard to, and there was no benefits in those days. And so it's about him walking from wherever he walked from, got himself across to Paris. He was like a hobo, essentially a hobo. Didn't it end up in the Spanish Civil War somewhere along the lines? Because a lot of the idealists did go across in the 30s to fight against Franco's forces. So the gauche, in other words, the leftists, darlings, and it was very fashionable for intelligentsia to have been left in. Similar nowadays is, I mean, it's very easy to be virtuous when you've got money, isn't it? Oh no, I'm just walking down. I'm trying to remember because these are back in my student days. Because I used to just read, whether I needed to read them for literature or not. I'd read them. A lot of times, like Solzhenitsyn, I read when I was 11, and then later on it came up and I had to study it. I read it, so it's a bit easier. Yeah, they fought in the Spanish Civil War. Yeah, but I think also sided with Rosie. Laurie Lee also wrote a similar book where he ended up in the Spanish Civil War. So siding with Rosie was about his childhood, or was it, or did it end up where he was in the Spanish Civil War? That I mean, that was just the beautiful book when you think of it, the, how it evoked, I mean, I've tried with what's her name, the Bohemian set. Oh, I can't think of them. Can't think. Vita Sackville and Virginia Woolf. But I'm sorry, I just can't because they were of a class of lady. Was it Mrs. Dalloway? Oh my god, I just wanted to gore my eyes out. Please stop letting me read this book. Just awful, awful, awful. But they were a big hit in their day. They were thirsty for them. I think they used to not only sell them in books, but didn't they start the press? Something press, didn't they, ladies? Come on. The great publishing house was started by these people. Because Vita Sackville West was married to somebody that I've forgotten. Sissinghurst, darlings. Can't remember what his name was. Somebody tell me. Anyway, there were people, and she was sapphic, and he was of his own sex, darling, and he was a diplomat. And they did start the great publishing house. I think it's still around nowadays. To publish their little foibles, their vanity projects, which were, but they were a lady of a particular class, a particular era, writing for their kind. They weren't writing for factory workers and people like that, darlings. And that really shows in their literature. It's just so mind-numbingly. Ugh, I can't. Awful. It's the way people go on about like this. And yes, of course, they're marvelous. No, they're not. They're very ordinary. It kind of just one step up from serialization in a ladies' magazine. I would have thought, my opinion. But yeah, nothing like a good civil war. So have we talked about? So that's where we were with the lockdown. It was a load of shit. Let's have it right. It was a load of shit. I knew at the beginning it was a load of shit. I knew sort of like halfway through it was a load of shit, and I knew at the end it was a load of shit. Guess what? It's worked out years later. It was a load of shit. Social engineering. It was a lot of people like that. Oh, and you think how much people they were giving each other contracts. That Flancock, whatever his name was, he was getting all the contracts, wasn't he? He was giving it to that. I told you the other day. That bonus, Christy, whatever that one that Harry went out with. That woman he was doing was married to the bloke of that family, the jewelry people. Yes, yes. Oh yeah. You can't wear masks. You can't like be anywhere like half a mile from the nearest human being. And there they had him on a CCTV camera, snogging her face off. Bloody cheeky. Oh, what was he minister of? Let me think. Oh, let me think for a nanosecond. Health. Oh yeah. Straight up. And then he tried to come back, didn't he? Was he in the jungle? I'd have made him eat all of those kangaroo balls, I would have done. So you're not having no food. Yeah, what you put the old people through. People that had, as much right to life as you've got. In fact, you've got less, Flat Bangkok. Idiot. He should be in prison. And do you see how they all walked away? Oh, where did they go, those contracts? Oh, we don't talk about that anymore, do we? Oh, no. And what was that other thing they were giving all these people money? And people were starting businesses. Oh, yeah, got a business, give us a few quid. Do you know what I mean? I can't think what it is. Purview, Perlo, Sirlon. Wait, what was it called? You know, load of crap. It was just grifter's paradise. Yeah, they really did a number on the world. Oh my God, and the worst thing. I mean, just when you're locked up for 5 freaking months, okay, not speaking to anybody, yeah, in abject misery and dire heat, that year was baking hot. Yeah. Put on my device one day, what did I see? Bloody old Mad Donna in the bath singing. That's what we were treated to. Mad Donna. Oh, all the people living or to die. I just like somebody kill me, please. Where is this asteroid? Please, just do that. That's it. I'm going out without a mask on. I'm going to get this convy. I'm going to get it. I just want to. Do you know what I mean? And don't bother with that life support. No, I've had Mad Donna on me devices. I don't need any more. I mean, like that's what you need. And then they all did it. They had all of them, didn't they? They were cutting through to people. Oh, imagine all the people stuck in their house in 90 degrees of heat, you old bat. Shut up. Yeah? And I'll tell you another thing. All the children that were left with their abusers. Nah, not bothered about them. Fuck ups. Aliens are up next. Well, the aliens have always been here, darling. Aliens have been depicted all throughout the centuries. I mean, they used to call them angels because they had no concept. I mean, I want to know who invented the word God. I want to know the provenance of that word because somewhere in the culture of the Great Globe, somewhere along the line, every culture has got a God story or a sort of what would you call it? A conception story, haven't they? Yes, shameless. They were shit houses, absolute shameless. Yes. Oh yeah. Oh, the worst of it. We were all treated to Smelly Ellen crying. Smelly Ellen. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm locked up with Portia. I'm locked up with Portia. I'm going to get a Porsche and a Porsche. Oh, I'm so depressed because she weren't getting no narcissistic attention. She was getting no supply, was she? Plus, she got buoyed off. She got sacked for being a bitch. Oh yeah, be nice to people. She's the biggest rotten bitch going. Lost her show. Oh my God, I couldn't stop laughing. It's so funny. Anyway, next time I went on my device. There she is in her front room. I think she's in her parlour somewhere. No one cares. Crying. Oh no, Portia's not whatever, right? Oh, I need some narcissistic supply. Everybody feels sorry for me. I've lost my show. Right, I was just laughing. I'm going to cheer myself up. I'm going to ring someone. Oh, sit with me. You must remember this, you guys. Sit with me, Smelly Ellen, in my front room with my frock on. Nah, actually, she had man trousers on. Well, yeah, I've got me device. I'm just going to ring me mates. I'm going to ring me mates in the Hollywood. Oh, I'm very popular. I know everybody in Hollywood. So she's rung someone, Chrissy Teigen, right? I'm ringing Chrissy Teigen, she told him. She's with that legend geezer, isn't she? He's a legend in his own lunch hour or some shit. No one cares about, right? John Legend, yeah? I'm ringing him. Oh, yes, I am. I'm ringing him. So she rings him and she goes, oh, hi, Chrissy, it's me. And she had it on speaker, and you can hear Chrissy the other end going, "Who's that? Who is it?" She's like, "It's me." No, who? Who? It's Ellen. She's like, "Oh right, okay. What do you want?" You know. No one wanted to be near her because she built off. Oh, she wasn't popular. Well, that was entertaining. To be honest, I did find that entertaining. I mean, it wasn't supposed to be, but yes, I thought it was really funny. Smelly Ellen got buoyed off. Oh, dear me. And then we had a Siddiqui Khan, didn't we? Oh, we were treated to the fact that he was lonely. He came out, I think it was within about the first 3 weeks, and made a statement from the mayor's office because he wasn't getting any attention. And he did say that he was having real trouble with his mental health because it was really bipolar. The thing he had struggled with all his life. I'm like, "Hi, Lillian." I'm like, "Hang on a minute. Sadiq Khan has got a mental health crisis issue, right? Could you mention that before people voted for you? Because you were obviously a loon to start with. We already made our minds up about you are a loon, right? Now you're coming out in the lockdown going, oh, I've got bipolar. Oh, this lockdown is really playing havoc. But I do endorse the lockdown. Obviously, do everything what he said, Boris. Do you know what I mean? Whatever he said, do it. But I need attention. I need attention. And I'm a bit depressed because I've got bipolar. I'm like, shouldn't you have told people before you got elected? Such high office. It's like a nightmare. But they're just mental people. It's mental. Like the other one I can't stand. What's his name? Mandelson. He's another little prick. That's always like, he was on trigonometry the other week. They were polite. I don't know how they were so polite to him. I bet you anything when he eventually went, they pissed themselves. I bet you they did. Oh, Chris Stone, what's his name? The other one. You know trigonometry, don't you? I bet they did. Oh yeah, good old Lillian. Oh bless you. Yeah, he was a. He's another one. Oh yeah, I've got. What's he got? I think he's got bipolar or some polar. He's got something, right? Oh shit, Shylock. Well, I'll be there good. Well, Peter Mandelson, he's got something. He's mental, you know. Was it Peter? No, it wasn't Peter Mandelson. I've got his face. No, it's not Peter Mandelson. It's the other one, the another annoying little shithead. Oh, that other one. What's his name? Do you know the one I'm on about? Annoying. Oh yeah, feels. So he digs it out when he wants people to feel sorry for him. He was in a position. What's over Blair? Oh, I can't think. Annoying. I can visualize him. Let me Google him quickly. Annoying. Oh. Anyway, trigonometry were quite polite, and I don't know how they were so polite because he is annoying. Let me find out for you people. Oh, just Google that. Not Peter Mandelson. He was the one in the Nazi vibes, wasn't he? That we've all had enough of. Advisor to Blair. To Blair. Right, that will do. Come on. Alistair Campbell. There you go. I knew it was something beginning of the day. I kept thinking Alex. No, it's not Alex Campbell. It's Alistair Campbell. They had him on trigonometry. He's another annoying, snivelling little shithead. Yeah. He's just great, completely crazy. I was like, oh yeah, well, I've got a mental health problem. Excuse me, you were in a real position of power. You were the numero uno advisor to Tony Blair. He wouldn't even put a pair of socks on in the morning unless you vetoed them for him or passed them. Yes, you can wear them, right? Basically, you were the power behind his throne. You took him into the war in Iraq. Did you? Did you not? Did you? Or did you not? Be thinking if it was you. It was you that did that, wasn't it, Alistair? Yes, it was. And shall we mention David Kelly? Shall we mention, yes, the world-renowned Dr. David Kelly? Yes, yes, weapons expert, darlings. Yes, Alistair. Or is that a dodgy? Oh, should we not mention that? We won't mention that. I think if I was Alistair, I would have health problems by now. Yes, I would. And rather, unlike Alistair, I would be keeping bloody quiet somewhere, quietly. Yeah? Oh, he's everywhere all at once. He's got these mental health problems. He's got narcissism off the bloody scale. And so I think a lot of friendly doctors say, oh, yeah, you've got bipolar. But really, they've just got personality disorders. If they're not in the limelight getting attention, do you know what I mean? It's like, what's his name? Sadiq Khan. When he goes out in a cavalcade, like he's the president. He has outriders, he has a couple of cars and all this, that, and the other. Oh, it's all for him, innit? He thinks he's something. He's going to be up in government. That'll be it. Should be on trial for war crimes. Well, I mean, that bitch that was up there, they made her a dame. She should have been put in prison for her haircut. That is a spiteful haircut. Yeah, that was a really spiteful haircut. They called her Stalin's granny. She's a dame now, so it's witty, clueless, and stupid on it. Can't think now. Anyway, I've said enough. 2 hours. Right, I'm gonna go. Love you and leave you. Thank you for being here. I think Nola's given up. I think she's got to bed. Yeah. Anyway, thanks everybody. Thanks Royalty House. Thanks Noli, Sheena, Alice, everybody that's come in. Lillian, everybody that's come in and gone. I'm sorry I've rambled. I'll give them bloody knighted. Knighted, my fat ass. They should be sacked and made to pay back all their bloody money. But you see, once they get an award, you know that the plot's afoot. You know that they're up to no good. Because basically, that wasn't essentially, let's swap it up. Essentially, was that mission accomplished or was that 2 years of a shit show? I think in 2 years, my son did like 9 weeks at school over a 2 year period. So he lost 2 years of his infant school. There was conversely, there was children at high school that lost 2 years. Say if they were year 10 and 11. Nah, not bothered. You know what I mean? Wrong'uns. All wrong'uns. Disgusting. Disgusting. They should all be on trial. And the thing is, if they could do it for Fauci, and yet over here we've given them a knighthood. Hey, what's that about? It was a cash grab by the pharmaceutical company, followed straight away, right, by the military industrial complex that saw what was happening and went, oh, hang on a minute. How come do you know what I mean? Pharmaceuticals are getting loads of money. I think we start a war in Iran, not Iran, in Ukraine. Let's do that. Yes, yes. Let's get the government to give them loads of money so they can come back and buy all our arms for Ukraine. We'll do that next. That's the thing that. Do you know what I mean? It goes round and round and round and round. And you have to look at their investors and their shareholders. It's quite illuminating when you find out who the investors and shareholders are of some of these reprehensibly vile conglomerates. There you go. Anyway, I love you and leave you. So from now on, we're going to call her Fifi Snotty because she is in with Angel Gotti. She's going to be the next big thing, apparently. I mean, she's already a big thing, but not in the way she'd want to be. So I love you and leave you. Bye-bye now. Bye. Thanks for coming in.